Welcome to On the Flats. I'm your host, Braston Stokes. Today we had the chance to speak to Denise Woode, who is not only a standout on the Georgia Tech track and field team, but also has an interest in aerospace engineering. Here's what she had to say.
I'm Denise. I'm a fourth-year aerospace engineering major, and I'm also on the Georgia Tech track and field team. I started running back in high school, my ninth grade year. My brother had run track, so I'd seen it happen. It seemed interesting. We had done a track unit in gym in middle school. It was kind of fast, so I was like, okay, I guess I'll try it out. And then from then on, I just kept running. I always loved being on airplanes. Like if I was going to travel anywhere, I was really hoping we would take an airplane to go there. And so then in high school, I started taking physics and found out that I really liked the idea of engineering. And when it came to deciding what I wanted to do with engineering, it made complete sense to me to combine my love of like airplanes and engineering into one thing. I mostly chose Georgia Tech for the academics, so they're #2 in aerospace engineering, and I always knew I wanted to do aerospace, so I was like, I'm definitely going to go for that. But I also wanted to balance like aerospace with track, and Georgia Tech has a D1 track program, and my coach was like very active in recruiting me and believing in me. Track and field wise, my brother's impacted it because he ran track also. Other than that, they've always been supportive, but they haven't really impacted my career. They're just always there for me, kind of keeping up with track meets, but they always were also like school first. Like if anything is going wrong with school while you're running track, then like track gets dropped. You need to focus on school, which really helped with the balance because like if I want to continue running track, I also knew that I had to do well in school. For the most part, it's just like keeping myself organized and like sticking to a schedule. So like it's easy because I have practice time already scheduled in, and then I have weights already scheduled in. But after that, like you have to be ready to know that like you have this much time to do your homework, and then after that, like you should probably go to sleep by this time because you're gonna wake up pretty early the next day. And just like sticking to a schedule, starting your assignments early, and like knowing when everything's due is the easiest way to keep a balance. And then also like some days just deciding I'm not going to do anything. Like I'll deal with this tomorrow. I just need a break. And I think that's really important to like actually keep a full balance. I interned in Seattle with Boeing over the summer. I worked as a structural design engineering intern and on one of their newer programs. So I was designing different parts of an aircraft. They have a program called CATIA that you use, and I'd be in CATIA modeling things, working on trade studies, making PowerPoints, going to meetings, like normal work stuff. And then sometimes we'd go on intern tours, so I'd get to tour the factories or their like customer experience center, which is like mock-ups of different aircrafts that they show to people they want to buy a Boeing aircraft. Outside of track, I'm a normal college student, so like watching Netflix, going out, hanging out with friends, doing things on the weekends, exploring Atlanta, trying to try out like every brunch place in Atlanta, and I've gone through most of them, so I'm moving on to like lunch places and just like going on a food tour of Atlanta.
We'd like to thank Denise for spending time with us today. I'm your host, Braston Stokes, and this has been On the Flats.